Just Kristen Van Dyke, and you've been tracking this very closely for us.
Yeah, I mean, back-to-back storm systems coming through and wet weather potentially through the early part of next week. So, you know, October is hitting us hard this year, and it's all moving in later on tonight. You still have time, of course, this evening to get out, maybe go do that last jog, because there's not going to be much time to do that. You're not going to want to do it in the stormy weather ahead, or just to go and grab any of those loose objects and bring them in. 62 degrees, clouds are increasing, will stay dry before midnight, but by the time we get closer to midnight, rain starts to develop. We could pick up a quarter to half an inch of rain as we go through the overnight hours, with the heavier stuff, of course, arriving tomorrow. We start off in the low to mid 50s, which means it won't be as chilly as it has been. We have a lot of moisture moving in, so temperatures won't drop as far. Tomorrow morning, this is 7 a.m., and you can see showers already in place for coastal areas, looking at some heavy rain there. For the morning commute tomorrow, we'll have light to occasionally moderate rain, so go ahead and plan for some slowdowns Thursday morning, but I think the commute that's going to be tougher to get through tomorrow is going to be the afternoon commute, because we're just going to continue to see the rain move in, and we're going to continue to see the winds pick up. This is at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. Look at all the heavy rain that is in the process of developing across the Coast Range and coastal areas there. That sweeps into the valley between about 4 and 6 p.m., and that coincides with the winds ramping up. And so we're going to have heavy showers coming down. We're going to have the wind blowing it sideways. This means low visibility for you. If you're going to be out on the roads, highly recommend not being caught in this mess if you can help it. And then, of course, it just continues to come down as we go through Thursday evening. Then we get a little bit of a break Friday. Friday starts off mostly cloudy. We'll have to watch out for scattered downpours. So when the showers do arrive on Friday, they're going to be heavy, they're going to be breezy, and there's also that potential we could get some small hail and maybe even a little bit of thunder. So that's Friday afternoon. We're between systems. And then we get to Saturday, and this is the next big system that's set to move in. And this one could be much stronger because it's going to be interacting with the remnants of a typhoon that's been off the coast of Japan. You can see it here approaching as we head through Saturday morning, and then there it is to bring in, without a doubt, more heavy rain and more blustery conditions. But depending on the track, that will determine how strong our winds are going to be on Saturday and just how much wind we're going to get. So this is something we're going to continue to watch very closely. But we got to get through this first storm first, and that again moves in tomorrow. So right now, Lincoln City, you can see how things have really changed out that way. Cloudy skies, we're starting to see the mist move in. This is the calm before the storm. We really start to see the winds picking up tomorrow. So your coastal impacts out of Thursday's storm. We're going to be looking at winds out of the south, 30 to 40 miles an hour, gusting to 55 and 65 miles an hour. Keep in mind we have wind warnings, high wind warnings in effect all up and down the coast through tomorrow evening. We'll be watching for downed trees possibly tomorrow, maybe a few localized power outages there. Peak winds likely to occur between 4 and 8 p.m. As far as the rain's concerned, it's going to be wet. We can see 2 to 4 inches just by Friday morning, and of course we're going to be adding to that as we go into the weekend. High seas building in, 20 to 25-foot seas. That will be Thursday afternoon through Friday afternoon, and of course we could see even higher seas Saturday with that next system moving on in. Thursday storm for the valley and the metro area. Winds will be strong, but not as strong as what we'll see at the coast. South winds 15 to 25, gusting between 30 and 40 miles an hour. That's when we start to see that potential for some of those large limbs to come down, maybe even a diseased tree. So we may have to deal with some isolated power outages, but I think the winds may just be shy to see anything like that become widespread. Peak winds between 4 and 11 p.m. Heavy rain, 1 to 2.5 inches by Friday morning. So Friday morning's commute could be very rough with ponding on the roads in many areas. So urban flooding, watching for that. And of course, low visibility in any showers that we may get caught in. So your hourly forecast for Portland, we start off tomorrow morning in the mid 50s. It's wet, it just gets wetter. Windy conditions set to move in again at the end of the day and into the evening hours. And then of course, your forecast peak winds again between about 4 p.m. and about midnight tomorrow night, and you can see gusts up between 30 and perhaps even 40 miles an hour. So your forecast for Thursday, highs in the low 60s, wet and windy at times. We'll be in the 60s east of the Cascades. Cascades will have to deal with high winds, and coastal areas will be dealing with those high winds too. And so looking at the 7-day forecast, we're in between systems Friday, but we still may even have to talk about thunderstorms popping up Friday afternoon, but catching some dry time here and there. And then, of course, all eyes on Saturday's system, too, and it stays wet through the early part of next week. So don't forget, download the PDX weather app. If wind advisories or wind warnings go out for your area, you'll be the first to know with that. And then, of course, you can track the wind, you can track the rain with that too, and it's free. And then, of course, we'll have our updates too. We're constantly looking at forecast model data as it comes in from here until the end of the week. Every afternoon, every evening, it just gets more crucial to find out the exact timing and how hard those winds are going to hit. So we'll be watching that really
And you're
closely.
posting all those updates constantly. Coin.com, Kristen's Twitter, her Facebook page. I know you're on top of it.
Yeah, so back-to-back strong systems. We need to get ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
no
Kristen.
fun. Okay, still to come after months of